Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can find limits of functions. This is like a standard example question you'd get, and I'm going to solve these. I'm also going to show you guys how you can define functions, you can solve for limits of functions, and how you can graph them out. Just so you guys can see this question while I'm solving it, I'm going to split this view into two. Alright, great. So now we want to type this function in, right? And then our first question comes. How do you define this function g of x? In Ti-nspire, it is control and this button. So this basically means everything after this is what g of x is. So we have g of x equals to x squared plus x minus 6. And in the denominator, we have absolute value sign. How do we type this? There are multiple ways to do it. The first way is to go on this button, and you can see the absolute value sign here. But this is an extremely inconvenient way. So we'll do it another way. If you go to this book, and you can actually see the absolute value function on the top. If you just press enter, this will give you the absolute value function. And a more efficient way to do it, as you are more familiar to the Ti-nspire keyboard, you just type out ABS and parentheses. So this basically means everything in the parentheses is going to add absolute value to it. So you can see if I type enter, this automatically changed to this absolute value sign. Alright, so now is the first thing we want to do. Find the limit of g of x. We're going to do that by going again to this button, and you can see there is a limit here. If you press this and you type enter, it's going to give you some blocks to fill numbers and signs in. This is basically you just type x approach 2 from the positive side and then of the function. See, it gives you the correct answer. And if you want to do from the negative side, you don't have to type all this again. You've already typed it. You just have to change the sign. So you can actually press the up key twice and then press enter. It copies the whole thing down. And now you just have to go to here and change it into negative. And it gives you the limit of x approaching negative of function g of x. And now apparently we can see that the limit does not exist, right? Because the left limit does not equal to the right limit. But how do we let Ti-nspire solve it? Well, we do it by just leaving this part blank. And it gives us limit x approach 2 of g of x, which is undefined. And basically we've done question A and B. Now we are going to question C. How do we sketch this graph? So first, there's no way I'm going to sketch graph here. Like this is calculating stuff and this is like writing stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new page by pressing Control and Dock. So now we're in the new page. And if I click anywhere, I can say add these things. What we want is a graph. So we're going to add graphs. See now, you can graph a function f of x, which is our predefined functions. No, it was g of x. You can graph g of x, and you see, this is g of x. And apparently at x equals 2, it is discontinuous, and limit does not exist either. So that's kind of same as what we got here. And that's basically it for this video. Hope to see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe and comment